One shot. Make it count.
Alright, second order of business. Aunt Jemima, she's racist. How the fuck do we get rid of her? Actually, sir, I don't think she's racist. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, Aunt Jemima was originally based upon racial stereotypes, but we've since changed her. I mean, now she's a smiling, proud black woman who's the face of family breakfast time and unites us all. She's racist. No, she's no longer racist. We've changed the logo, sir. I'm so sorry. No, please don't! Cancel culture has struck again, and fellas, we lost. Yes, I know, I've made a video before about all this bullshit, but I didn't think we would really lose Aunt Jemima back when I made the Land O'Lakes video. But it turns out that that's exactly what's gonna happen. See, cancel culture has come to a point where they can basically make you change the pettiest of things, and they'll make it make sense, because if not, well, they're gonna cancel your company. And I think there's no backbone in any company these days, because they'll just go with the flow. Whatever's popular, they also happen to be going with as well. I'm going to show you guys a clip about this, and then I'm going to tell you what I feel. But honestly, holy crap, guys. I mean, if the point is to remove diversity from food logos, then congratulations. We've done it. We've won.
Men, ask for Aunt Jemima buckwheat pancakes. Aye, they're good.
Pancakes and syrup. That's what Aunt Jemima sold for over 130 years. Until today. Quaker announcing it is scrapping the brand. In a statement saying, "We recognize Aunt Jemima's origins are based on a racial stereotype." The name and smile taken from a minstrel show in the antebellum South.
If she doesn't get Aunt Jemima, make sure to beat her ass. No one in their sane mind is saying that brands shouldn't stand up against racism nor fight for it. But what are they fighting in this situation? Because you heard from their own words, they want to basically acknowledge that this was based on a racial stereotype. Not racism, but based upon a racial stereotype. Newsflash, I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys, and I'm sorry to do this. You know Disney? Yeah, you know all those nice cartoons, Frozen. I know you guys have a Frozen addiction. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy Mouse, whatever the fuck you like to watch. Yeah, well, they used to make racist cartoons, so it's time to give in all your DVDs, anything Disney related, even Marvel now. If you like Marvel, you're a fucking racist. Guys, my point is that people evolve. Yeah, fucked up shit happened in the past. Yeah, the Aunt Jemima logo had some racial stereotypes in the past, but there's a new one. This isn't even the same logo we're talking about here. We need to learn that there's a difference between the past and present, or else we can always just say, hey, look at this guy. They were racist in the past. They've evolved. There are new people as head leaders there.
Aunt Jemima.
A character based on a mammy, the stereotype of an always smiling kitchen slave.
Aunt Jemima is that kind of stereotype that is premised on this idea of black inferiority.
With demonstrations protesting racial inequality, pressure was mounting on Quaker.
I just can't help it, but every time I see a black person on a food label, I just break down and cry. I just can't stand the racism, you know? A lot of what Twitter is doing and what this person they interviewed is doing is conveniently mixing up the past with the present. Because nobody is saying that the current Aunt Jemima logo is racist or is based on racial stereotypes. It happened in the past. There's a lot of companies that in the past said a lot of things that they probably don't mean now because there's new management. People are evolving. People are becoming more progressive. On that note, $100 million to the person that can show me a child that sees Aunt Jemima and cries. And pancake allergies don't fucking count. I don't see anybody seeing a food logo and saying, hey, you know what? That's actually kind of racist. That hurts me. Can you imagine if we did this with Mr. Clean? Hey, Johnny Sins, I saw you on a soap bar, you fucking loser. Get a job. Just a quick edit. Turns out Johnny Sins is a lawyer, an astronaut, a firefighter, a teacher, a plumber.
Baby, you hungry?
Then this TikTok from singer Kirby went viral. She called it, "How to Make a Non-Racist Breakfast."
Not today. Black Lives Matter, people. Even over breakfast.
What a fucking imbecile wasting food like that. Did you already have the opinion that Aunt Jemima was racist and went out of your way to go purchase this food just to go and throw it down the sink? Fucking moron TikTok users.
The company, which is owned by PepsiCo, says the announcement is part of an effort to make progress toward racial equality. Now, Mars, the makers of Uncle Ben's rice, says we recognize that now is the right time to evolve the Uncle Ben's brand, which we will do, without specifying how.
And as you'll notice, we've evolved Uncle Ben into a much stronger guy. He's no longer someone you can push around. This will definitely enforce... Oh, this is not what you meant by evolve him. Huh. Oh, fuck. Okay. From the moment that America has been obsessed with their latest movement, there has not been a shortage of celebrities nor online influencers trying to check the bag in, trying to get their little loot from using certain hashtags and certain hot words about topics they don't really care about. I mean, this TikTok user that they showed is a fucking singer. And I know you can care about both. You can both be an entertainer and care about special movements. But you see so many of these people that it's hard to tell who the fuck actually cares. There are some people here who just use the hashtags, just use the hot words for the views. They don't give a fuck one way or another. Do you really think Jeff Bezos is losing sleep over this kind of shit? Do you think that Aunt Jemima, the CEO, just started to cry and bawl and say, how could I have been so blind? Nobody actually cares. All of this is just virtue signaling. And from the people demanding it, you don't care either. You just want to be in a world where it looks like you care. Changing a logo simply because Twitter is telling you you'll get canceled if you don't isn't actually caring. If you actually cared, you would have done something before it got trendy.
ConAgra will be reviewing Mrs. Butterworth, while adding the intention of its brand is to evoke a loving grandmother.
But it is urgent to expunge our public spaces of a lot of these symbols that, for some people are triggering and represent terror and abuse.
If a box of rice at the supermarket is evoking terror and abuse within you, then you need to seek a therapist. It is not Uncle Ben's fault that you see racism just because you see a black face. I don't think there's anyone here who truly believes this is going to end racism. This is signal virtuing at its finest. And you know what? I'm not as upset as I thought I would be about this. If companies want to ruin themselves by bending over backwards because some people on Twitter have nothing to do, then go for it. You see Nike doing all the shit they're trying to do, trying to be as woke as fuck, and they still got fucking looted. Because people who are screaming the loudest are the ones that care the least. All they really need is a job or something to fucking do. Because the world is bored right now, and there's a lot of tensions running high, but most of it is superficial, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody more than Aunt Jemima offends the children at school who scream and cry because of racism. But if you stuck through, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a laugh out of it. Because this is definitely a laughable situation. I think a lot of what the internet is saying is deadly serious isn't as serious as you would imagine. Yes, there's a lot of problems going on right now. But they're usually not the ones that are which are blinding you right at the face. Hopefully we can keep a level head and we can actually act instead of use our Twitter fingers to try to justify what makes us feel like bad people. So keep a level head, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Take care and peace.